Welcome to Learn English Vocabulary from Daily News, Episode 4. It's brought to you by Sayahdeen Academy. Hello dear students, we are here again with some new vocabulary from Daily News. Our today's news picks are precarious point and tipping point. Two new, nice and important phrases for you. We are going to try and learn what they mean from the piece of news we picked today. So let's get right into it. Let's read today's news extract. Professor Peter Horby said the UK was at a precarious point as COVID-19 cases and hospital admissions continue to rise. It comes after England's Deputy Chief Medical Officer warned the country was at a tipping point. So, dear students, you must have heard these two phrases, a precarious point and a tipping point, in the piece of news. Now, let's dive into their meaning. Our first vocabulary item is a precarious point. Precarious is an adjective. It means not securely held or in position. It's got another meaning, which is dangerously likely to fall or collapse. Let's see an example. A precarious ladder. So the ladder that is very dangerously likely to fall or collapse, or it's not in a good position, the position is not secure. Such a ladder can be called a precarious ladder. The second meaning of the word precarious. It means dependent on chance, uncertain. Let's see an example. He made a precarious living as a painter. So he works as a painter and his job is not, he doesn't find jobs quite often, so he is not able to make living regularly. So his living is described as a precarious living. So it's not consistent. Sometimes he finds jobs, some other times he doesn't find. Okay, we have seen the meaning. Now let's read the news extract that has the phrase a precarious point. Professor Peter Horby said the UK was at a precarious point as COVID-19 cases and hospital admissions continue to rise. First of all, understand that the word precarious has a negative connotation. It gives the idea of something negative. So obviously, even if we don't know the exact meaning of this word, we know for sure that this is not good for the UK. It's something negative. It's something bad for the UK. Now that we have a general idea of this word, let's see what it exactly means. So, here, a precarious point means an insecurely held position. A point where health situations are dangerously likely to fall or collapse. So, it's a very worrying piece of news for the UK because COVID-19 cases and hospital admissions are on the rise. That's why the UK is at a precarious point, meaning the UK is in an insecurely held position, or the UK is dangerously likely to fall or collapse in terms of health situations. So simply speaking, the UK is at a precarious point means the UK is dangerously likely to fall or collapse in terms of health situations. Okay, now let's move on to the next vocabulary item, and that is a tipping point. Okay, tipping point is the point at which a series of small changes or incidents becomes significant enough to cause a larger or more important change. Let me read that again. Tipping point is the point at which a series of small changes or incidents becomes significant enough to cause a larger and more important change. Meaning, a tipping point is when small changes cause big changes, or small incidents cause big incidents, or insignificant things can cause significant and important things. Okay, let's read the remaining news extract. It comes after England's Deputy Chief Medical Officer warned the country was at a tipping point. So, the country is at a tipping point. That means the country is at a point when small changes can have big effects. So, when things are at a tipping point, you must be very careful and prudent, because you may do something trivial and end up getting affected very badly. For example, this piece of news is talking about COVID-19. Because of coronavirus, the country is at a tipping point. The coronavirus is very, very contagious. It's very dangerous. So you might be a little bit careless and end up getting affected by coronavirus. Because if you just touch something or someone that has this virus a little unconsciously, then you can easily have it. And this virus will do a great harm to you. So, here you go. Dear students, you have learned 2 new and nice vocabulary items from daily news in our today's lesson. Make sure you use them whenever and wherever you can. When you speak with your friends, use them. When you write something, use them as well. Remember, if you don't use them, you will forget. To master these words or phrases, you must practice and use them whenever it is possible to use them. Now, take a challenge to make 2 sentences with these 2 new vocabulary items and write them in the comment box below. Finally, if this lesson has helped you, then I'm sure it can help others too. So please share it with your friends and others, and thank you for learning English with Sayahdeen Academy. As always, Sayahdeen Academy always tries to help you learn English vocabulary from daily news. Do keep an eye on Sayahdeen Academy on YouTube for our next lesson. Until then, take care and be safe.